Welcome back. We just heard from Ken Russell, so we now turn to his opponent in the congressional primary, State Senator Annette Taddeo. I started by asking her if she believes we are in a recession, as many economists believe.
Well, certainly the experts are claiming that if we're not, we will be. So I think to try to pretend like this is not the reality is actually not accurate and not listening to the experts. And frankly, as a small business owner, I know that all of us have been feeling it, feeling the crunch that we feel that we're in, and frankly, a lot of other issues that are coming into play, such as supply of products, and that is affecting a lot of everything, including people at their kitchen table, where everything's more expensive.
So what's the answer? What do we do about turning this around?
Well, look, there's a lot of things that we have to do, including, of course, making sure that we are not pricing people out of our communities to the point that we won't have employees that can afford to live here and work. We have a shortage of teachers. We have a shortage of many other things. So we have to think holistically as to how to get out of this. And one of those things is certainly not simply pretend like we don't have to work on all the issues that matter to us right now, which is the fact that there's an affordability crisis when it comes to housing. The fact that there is an issue with the insurance being too high. The fact that the gasoline, indeed, although it's gone down, it hasn't gone down enough. And what we don't need is to not have people in office that are voting to try to reduce these issues. For example, price gouging should not be happening. But that is something that a vote was put forward, and our incumbent voted against being able to, or for these companies to continue to price gouge at the gas pump.
I guess one of the questions becomes, Republicans are arguing that it was all that Democrat spending during the pandemic, pumping billions and hundreds of billions of dollars into the economy actually is the root cause of the inflation that we're seeing now. Do you believe that?
Well, first of all, no. And by the way, they seem to be just fine when millions of dollars and billions of dollars were pumped during the Trump administration. So you can't have it both ways, first of all. Second of all, we have inflation and we have an issue going on throughout the world. So to suggest that this is just an issue because of who's in office in the United States is to not pay attention to the fact that this is being felt globally, and we have it in Europe and we have it all throughout the world. So this is definitely something that I am going to be pushing back on, because again, the investment actually got us out of a very tough situation. And these things are necessary. And many of these politicians are the ones that are showing up for pictures or making sure that they get the credit for some of the dollars or the bonuses that are given to people that they needed. Look, the child tax credit, for example, was something that was needed. And we got a lot of kids in our community out of poverty. So there are a lot of good things that came out of that. But indeed, we have a lot of work to do to not go to the extreme where it's too much spending, while at the same time, not enough investment.
I realize you're focused on November. You're looking ahead at your match potentially against Maria Elvira Salazar, the Republican who currently holds the congressional seat. But you do have a primary to get through first on August 23rd. And earlier I spoke to your opponent in that race, Ken Russell, who went after you during our interview, saying that you're beholden to Big Sugar because you've accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars in recent years from special interest groups, most notably Big Sugar and FPL. And in reviewing some of your records, you certainly have received money from groups that are largely funded by Big Sugar and others.
Okay, well, first of all, it is absolutely false. I have not received any of that money. And if I have, it certainly is surprising to me.
Well, did you, let's just be specific. You've accepted money from Associated Industries of Florida, correct?
I don't think they've ever given me money. And if they ever gave me money, it's news to me.
Are you associated with Fight Back Florida at all?
Yeah,
That's your group. That's your PAC, right? So all right, I'm looking at your Fight Back Florida has taken money from New Leadership for Florida, Engage Florida PAC. Let me go down because I saw Associated Industries of Florida, $5,000 in 2021. I see another.
Right after they spent a great deal against me. Okay.
I see another Associated Industries, $2,500 in 2020. New Leadership for Florida, Voice Florida Business, Florida Alliance for Better Government. These are all organizations that have given to your campaign that receive a large portion of their money from special interests, namely Big Sugar. Are you not aware of that?
I am aware that there are industries, especially Associated Industries of Florida, that has spent a lot of money against me. But to suggest that I am in any way directly or indirectly funded by Big Sugar, as is suggested, is completely false, and actually is news to me. That hundreds of thousands, or as he likes to say, $400,000, really. To me, I frankly, I'm shocked, and it's really sad because it goes to show how desperate someone is that they would go to try to say that because other organizations have taken money from them, somehow all the money that has gone to these organizations that have given money to me, it was all for Annette Tadeo. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, but again, just so we're clear, Fight Back Florida is the group that your committee that helps you in your races, specifically you. And when I asked you before if you've taken money from Associated Industries, you said no, but you have.
Okay, so you just brought up 5,000 and
another 2,500, but there are other PACs here. I can scroll through the list. I mean, again, and I guess. But go ahead,
Jim. There are lots of PACs that give to candidates all throughout the state of Florida. And that doesn't mean that I personally received, because those PACs at some point got some money from different industries, that I am in bed or buying from, bought and sold, as he suggests, from sugar. How sad that someone would go to that when I am actually an A-rated legislator. I just got the League of Conservation Voters where I have an A grade on the environment. And as a matter of fact, let me just go one more thing. I have actually, out of my own pocket, hired lawyers to sue against dark money in politics. Specifically, I'm the only legislator in the entire state of Florida who went after finding out where did the money come from for the phantom candidates that were invested on all throughout the state, not just right here in Miami-Dade. I was the one that went all the way till the end, fighting to try to figure out, and we are finding out more and more every day from the media and from these cases in the courts. But I will say this, that I can tell you that, again, my record, an A record from Progress Florida and other groups, shows where my voting has been.
You have two votes that there's some questions about. You voted in favor of the Right to Farm bill. I believe that's Senate Bill 88. That was a priority for Wilton Simpson, which limited the ability of individuals to sue, for instance, the sugar company for issues such as burning. Why did you vote in favor of restricting what is the rights of individuals to bring lawsuits against farmers, specifically Big Sugar?
Well, in specific in that bill, which by the way was almost unanimous both in the House and the Senate, that bill also allowed for us to be able to, some of the people that were pushing that bill were developers who want to build on farm land, which of course would not be in the best interest of the environment or encroachment into the Everglades. So there were lots of parts to this bill. And again, it was almost unanimous.
The other bill is Senate Bill 2508, which would have, again, sort of modified some of the water flow issues that would have come south. I know a lot of environmental groups were opposed to that change, and actually, at the end of the day, Governor DeSantis vetoed that bill. Why did you vote in favor of that?
We in the Senate fought for a specific amendment that was accepted on the floor, a very specific amendment to make sure that the bill didn't do some of the things that we felt were not okay. And once that amendment was accepted, the Everglades Foundation came out in favor of the bill. And again, it came out of the Florida Senate almost unanimously for that reason. It was part of our way to make the bill, acceptable, especially to the Everglades Foundation.
Let me ask you this. If you were a member of Congress, would you vote to continue subsidies for the sugar industry?
Probably not, no.
Okay, so I can put you down as saying that you would be opposed to continued subsidies for the sugar industry. They currently receive price support subsidies, to maintain the price of sugar in the United States. You would be opposed to those subsidies.
I would be opposed to them, and I do think that that is something throughout many industries that we should look at. Again, going back to the fact that there's a lot of things that we need to look at as a government because the rest of us, hardworking people, are paying our fair share of taxes, are working very hard, and somehow we do create these kinds of opportunities for those well-connected to be able to get a lot more than the rest of us who are working hard just to build our American dream.